Welcome back to Fresh Coffee Tarot, and today we're going to be doing a reading about your finances. We're going to see how you can improve your finances. I guess more likely probably what attitude you need to have. Before we start, let's say a prayer and we'll get going. Holy Mother of God, please keep the collective of goodwill who have come to this channel for some advice on how to improve their finances. And I ask that you open their hearts, their minds, and their souls to receive these messages. I also ask that you please protect them against people who wish them ill will or give them the evil eye. In the most holy name of Jesus we pray. Amen. Okay, I'm going to pull an oracle card as well. We have some other ones over here. So we're going to have a few oracle cards and then we'll go. We'll pull 6 tarot cards and we'll see what trait you need to have to increase your finances. So the only deck I did not shuffle. Okay. Let's go ahead and clear that energy. Pull one out. The Poet. I don't think I've pulled that one before. And this is from the Citadel Instructional Booklet. I like this deck actually. I got it at Barnes & Noble. Okay. It's the Poet, okay. 42. So this is setting the tone. This says, music, laughter, the swirl of beautiful dresses. Tonight is a night free from care and the troubles of the outside world. Amongst the dancers, a single figure draws the attention of everyone present. A flash of embroidered silk, the wave of a hand, a voice as clear as a bell, the poet of life itself, pure and undiluted. Instantly in love with every new person they meet, they are drawn to people just as people are drawn to them. A sonnet ready for every new spark of love. There is love on the horizon, and it's up to you to embrace it. Whatever your hesitations, it's time to accept the heart-pounding, tumbling chaos that is opening yourself up to another. Write poems, find your song. Love is a creative work. Be your imaginative, authentic self and let other like-minded people flock to you. This is when you will experience true happiness. So I'm kind of getting collective that this is about your finances in a relationship, or this could be the fact that you don't want to be in a relationship because you're too frugal. That's very possible as well. But that's just kind of my guess in here because they're saying love's coming to you. And guess what? I heard another tarot person say, so I think this is right. You can't go on dates if you don't have money to go on dates. If you're a guy, right, more than likely, most women still expect you to pay. And you got to have money to go on dates. Women, you still have to have money to, if you want to go Dutch or if you don't want to feel like a freeloader or something like that, you still have to have money for the cab ride home maybe. Maybe there's going to be, you guys are going to go on like a concert or something. You got money for your concerts and all the other stuff. So, you can't expect them to pay for every exact thing, right? That's just really expensive. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We'll find out. Let's see what these oracle cards are saying about in what capacity. Gain, okay, profit, loss. So maybe you've been burned in the past from other dates, right? They just want a free meal or something. And indulgence. Okay, this is interesting. We'll see where this goes. Gain, indulgence, and we'll use these at the end to also kind of verify what we missed. But we'll kind of use these as a guide. Okay, here we go. The Two of Swords, right? Decision has to be made the best you can. The Nine of Cups. The Justice card. What is the foundation? Let's do the foundation one last. Let's pull the bottom. The Six of Coins. The Seven of Coins. And the Eight of Wands. Okay, so already I can tell from this that you have a big decision to make. You're being charitable. We have you sending out messages, a lot of energy here. Um, and then we have you trying to start your money and going, right? You're trying to start something, plant some seeds, so you can make some money for the future. That's really what you're doing here. Um, but we also realize the Eight of Wands and Six of Coins create the Nine of Cups, which means that by putting feelers out and being generous with your money, this is putting you in a very good spot where you are very generous. I didn't realize these are actually two women here. We're inclusive here, so it doesn't matter. But this is where you're emotionally in a good place, okay? And then we have the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Coins making the Justice. So this is about balance. This isn't a scale, but usually there's a scale. And this could be the law, but I'm really getting that you need to balance things and then make a decision with the sword, which comes to this. So ultimately what I'm getting probably, and we'll clarify these, is that you are either going to you have to make a decision, and there's going to be an emotional part because where you're at financially is really good, and now they're probably saying you need to invest in someone if we're talking about love. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So let's start with clarifying. Let's clarify the Six of, and this is what we've got at the bottom. Ace of Coins. Yeah, there's a new opportunity. So Ace of Coins isn't necessary. I mean, this is talking about money coming in. And I know that the Ace of Cups is new love, but I feel that even if new love comes in with the Ace of Cups, it doesn't necessarily mean a relationship is going to take place. Because what if you're not ready one? What if you're not financially ready for a relationship? You're like, well, shit, like someone came in and I don't have any money to take them out anywhere. So I think this is saying that you're manifesting a relationship as well. Okay? You're going to have the ability to manifest a relationship. This is the energy that you're in, okay? You want to manifest a relationship and have the money to do it. So let's look at the Six of Coins. What do we got here? It's being clarified by the Nine of Wands. So not only are you charitable, but you're almost at the very end of completing something. You've worked very hard. You've poured blood, sweat, and tears into this. You're almost to the end, and you're so maybe like you've had extra money and you've been able to pay off some bills. Maybe you've been able to give more to church. Maybe you've been able to help other people, and you feel like that that makes you feel like you're not just working but making a difference in the world. Okay? And then the Nine of Wands comes in and you realize I'm so close to even saving to what I want. So you're coming into excess money. Like I really feel that's what's happened. You've been able to save money and give money away. Let's pull another one. The Eight of Wands. Let's clarify the Eight of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. So you put out these feelers because you understand that you want to go on a date. Like, you want to go out. You want to meet somebody. But you just don't want to just be on some app and swiping left or right. You really want somebody who's worth your time and energy and your money. Most importantly, your money here. So this reading about your finances is really about how you want to use it to produce a relationship. Okay? And this Knight of Wands is saying you have an idea of what you want. You just, like, you have an idea you want love in a relationship, but you don't necessarily know if you want it to go to marriage, right? Because not all people we end up loving realize that we're a fit. It just happens that way, people. All right? Let's see what the Seven of Coins was. Ace of Swords, yeah. So you're going to overcome whatever this is. So the Seven of Coins is about you planting seeds, and the Ace of Swords is saying you're pretty much going to be successful. Whatever you invest in, it's going to be a little bit difficult. There's going to be ups and downs, but eventually you're going to overcome, and you're going to make it. Okay? You are going to be successful in this investment. Let's talk about the Justice. Page of Swords. You have a vague idea of what to do if someone does come into the picture and what to do with the money that you get. Okay? So, in other words, you're not sure how chivalrous you're going to be. Are you going to be the very stereotypical where you pay for everything? Or are you going to go Dutch? Because I think that in some sense, you really, really want to make sure the person's worth it. And you also just want to make sure that you're not overspending when... I don't know why. I heard someone say this, that getting a cup of coffee on a date is wrong. Like, or if you want to have a cup of coffee with them first before a date, I'd rather have a cup of coffee If I can't have a conversation with you, then I don't need to be on a date with you. Now, if you guys are of, or women are of that idea that you want to go on a date, get a free meal, and go out, then fine. I don't have a problem with that. But I personally would rather go get a cup of coffee and see if I can hold a conversation with you. That's just how I feel. Okay, that's just me. Let's see what the top card is. The Magician. Yeah, so you're feeling great about yourself. You're really loving yourself emotionally, and you feel like you can manifest whatever you want at this point. So the real question becomes, we have the Magician and the Page of Wands here. You want to manifest, but you really don't know what you want to manifest. You know you want love, but you're like, do I really want serious love? Do I really want serious love? I'm not really sure I want to spend money on them. So let's see what we got at the top. King of Coins. So you want to make a decision where you invest in somebody who you don't mind putting up a lot of the money up front, but in the end, you two are going to work out and your money is worth the investment. You want to have the mindset like the King of Coins that your money is going to be well invested. So my advice, now, here's some advice that I'm going to simply say. You're never always going to get 100% on your return. Period. So you need to be able to take the chance and go on dates, because you will never be able to know if someone's worth investing in unless you take a loss. You gotta spend money to make money, right? And the same with love. You gotta be able to spend some money to make some love. And I'm not talking prostitution or anything. In general, if we talk about the very stereotypical heterosexual relationship, women are looking, can you provide for them? Can you provide for children, right? Can you make money? That's the thing. That's why some men who don't have jobs or they still live at home, there's nothing wrong if you live at home, right? If you're saving up for a house, it's different. But if you've never moved out on your own, if you've never owned a home or rented on your own for a long time, that shows some instability, period. Sorry, that's just a fact, guys. But in general, right? You have to show that you know how to handle money and that money comes and goes. But here's the thing. You have to be willing to spend money on dates, because you love having extra money. You love, when you have extra money, you love this feeling that everything's okay in the world. But you're very afraid that you're not going to get your return. You know, that's what this Page of Swords is. I'm going to clarify that one a little bit more, right? Yeah, you feel like that if you go on a date, you're going to be made a fool. I know the Fool's about an adventure, but right, the name itself is very literal. But then you also have this fear that you're going to go on a date and it's going to go bad and maybe you're out $100, right? I mean, that's just, you're being very frugal about it. So I'm assuming that you got to the Six of Coins because you are a frugal person. But remember, no one likes a cheapskate. Just saying, there are some things you got to splurge on. Let's go. What else we get out of this? The Ten of Wands. Yeah, you feel like you're going to be carrying the whole burden. That's why you're afraid to go on a date. I was right on. You're afraid you're going to be doing everything. Like, that's exactly what that is. Let's just see what kind of motivation you have here for this love real fast. Ooh. Alright, collective, you are horny. You are horny. You want someone that you really, really want to have sex with. Someone that just turns you on. But you've been burned by these people. Because if you find them attractive, then there's probably a lot of people that find them attractive. Not unless you just have a specific type of person. Let's do one more. So you kind of know what you want. So let me tell you what happened here. You kind of know what you want, and you want them to be attractive. But in the past, you've chosen people who are attractive, and look what they've done. Look at this, collective. They've stabbed you in the back. They lied. They cheated. Look at that. The wolf, and then look at that. It looks like someone evil, right? Someone sinister. Okay, so maybe part of your advice here that if you don't want to waste your money, then maybe you need to date somebody else. Let's do one more on that one. Maybe you should find someone else to date, a different type. You know, because there's not sexuality, but someone's attractiveness or sexiness is all based on subjectivity. And I know what you like, but you never know. You could be happier with less or more. I mean, it's just a fact. Yeah, so you're seeking advice. That's probably why you're here right now. You're seeking advice from somebody who has, you feel spiritual, someone you feel like is a guru. You're seeking advice for this. And what should you really go after? Should you try again? Right, here's the indulgence. This is, for me, the indulgence is you really love a very sexual, attractive person. Loss, right? You've lost money in the past. This person's burned you right here. And then we have the gain, right? You're hoping that if you invest in this, you're going to get your return. That's what the gain is. All right? See, do I really need to clarify anything else? No. Okay, so let's do 3 cards of fists and see what else we got here. New home or an apartment. Okay, so you got a house, and you want to find someone to come live in that space with you. This is what refinance is talking about. This is why you want to be wise in who you're with, because you have a home or you want a new home, and I know it's a weird thing to want to date someone to move in with you, but a lot of people are like that. You want to have a place, and maybe you finally moved out on your own and got your own home or new apartment, and now you can start dating. That makes sense, right? You can start, like, guys, you can start bringing women over, and women are going to take you serious because you have your own place now. Either a new home, your own home is very attractive to a woman, right? Or women vice versa. I know it can intimidate some men, but vice versa. You got a place, right? You can invite people over versus living with a relative or a roommate. You can't. And maybe the person you're there doesn't want to hook up because why? They don't want to smash because your roommate's home. You got to go to your parents' basement, or you got to go in your bedroom, right? It's like, I can't take you serious because you live with your parents, or whatever. So you now have the finances because of here, right? That's why you're emotionally happy, because you got your own place. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, protection, strength, control. You're always trying to control a situation, and that's really just to protect yourself. You cannot when it comes to dating. You cannot. I can't repeat that enough, people. Love has a beginning and an end. It will hurt you in one way or the other. You have to let yourself be out there and be vulnerable. Got it? It doesn't mean you can't be more scrupulous with your date, but at some point, if you're really putting feelers out there, then you're going to have to say yes to someone. Just choose wisely. Let's do one more from the top, second from the top. I really feel that you have dated people that just were very attractive and kind of talk shit for not having your own place. I really feel that's what happened. And they're like, why am I with you when I can go get someone else and they have their own, like, so I really get the sense why you moved into a place. Because you really want to find somebody. Like, I mean, who doesn't like sex, right? I mean, who doesn't? But be safe, right? But you really just have had bad experiences with that. That's probably what part of this was, right? Part of the loss here. So my advice to you is you have to spend to go on a date. Be okay with the fact that you just need to budget for it as well. Budget for the dates. Because if you were able to save enough to get an apartment or a home, you can budget for a date. And guess what? You may not, like, if you go on a date for 1 month, like the beginning of the month, I would say start that way. Start at the beginning of the month. If it doesn't go well, then guess what? Wait till the next month, right? And don't be afraid to tell whoever you're dating, say, hey, my budget for dating starts over at the beginning of the month. So if you're still interested, I'll ask you at the beginning of the month. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people get paid at first of the month. So if this person can be willing to work with you, that's even a good sign that's a good person. If they can't, it's probably a red flag. All right? Anyways, that's my advice. If you found it useful, please like, subscribe, and share. This is Fresh Coffee Tarot. I really want to grow my channel. Please share this with your friends. And I hope this is helpful. All right, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Oh, and I'm going to do a live stream where you can ask a question, and I'll pull 1 card and 3 clarifiers. I won't go more than 10 minutes. I mean, if it's just you, then I'll do it. But I'm going to have a live reading on Friday at 8 p.m. Okay? Thanks.